Okay, for this Bara effect, right, mainly there should be at least two inspection tools for you to check lah. The first one would be on the position adjustment, mainly that we will check on the Y position because you may foresee that this pin, depending on your camera setup, it may look up or downwards from this image alone. So what you need to do is, in this one, normally we use position adjustment with edge. So we can set our scan direction from top to bottom with the edge direction light to dark. So when you notice that from here changing from white color to dark color, right, you can see the edge graph over here get one spike. Here is indicating the maximum contrast difference along across the whole inspection image from this small region box. So from here, right, actually you can adjust the sensitivity to control the detection edge to be precise so that it can fall on the pin itself. But of course, if let's say you have some pins like Bara already, right, you may notice that the edge crop over here may have some smaller fluctuation one. So most of the time, you increase this edge sensitivity alone will solve the issue already lah. But if let's say this one also cannot solve, you may go inside over here and adjust on edge filter width. This one mainly will try to widen up all those noise, right, to become flattened, leaving the only actual ones to become the highest. So this one you may play around with these two values, then later on to be use it as a position adjustment guidance for the next tool, which is on this profile defect. So this one when you add on it, right, remember to check over here. So use the 200 as a reference zero and then apply to this profile defect tools. After that, go inside on this tool, right? Click on edit. You may notice that when you zoom in or zoom out a little bit, you shall notice that there's some yellow dots detected on the pin body itself, at least from one side, whether up to you lah, from top to bottom or bottom to top, something like this. Okay, then turn direction definitely will be from left to right lah, because your product is being moved horizontally. Then edge direction wise, most likely it will be light to dark, of course. So actually from your side, right, mainly besides these two parameters that I teach just now that you can fine tune a little bit, your main part what to do is mainly to adjust on this segment size and segment shift. So segment size meaning is that on for example on this green box, small box over here lah, is actually indicating one yellow dot, right, occupying how many pixel width from left to right as one detection point. So when you increase this value, it will make it become bigger. But of course, this one, if possible, you try to match the width towards the width of the pin itself lah. Then the next one, right, is actually the segment shift, meaning that uh, the distance of shifting between one segment yellow dot to another yellow dot. So imagine if let's say right now I reduce a point, right, you may notice that the two yellow points that their gap are getting narrower or nearer as you can understand. So our goal is that try to adjust these two values, right, fine tune for a certain moment so that our target is to make sure that this dot, right, is falling on the pin itself for every segment, meaning that one segment on one pin, second segment on second pin. So this is our ultimate goal. So this one definitely will take time, but that is the only way that you can do. Then basically that's it lah. The rest on the detection threshold here is by pixel unit, whereby you see here got a green line, right? So you notice this yellow dot perpendicular distance over here to the green line actually got some pixels amount of distance. So meaning this one is that if let's say the distance is exceeding this threshold, right, meaning that it will consider as a Bara effect, then the vision shall fail already. So you can see if I let's say I put a zero, all these yellow dot become green one is actually those defects already. Yeah. So in order for you to have a better uh, detection on the the segments whereby it can fall on the product correctly, right? I will recommend you add what more position adjustment whereby instead of checking on vertically, you check it at horizontally, something like that. But you may need to reduce the position or the region size, right? Something like this. Yeah, roughly lah. Then after that, at the position adjustment over here, maybe you can apply this into zero first. Then after that, going at 200 for click on specific, we only need it for the X info. Oh, sorry, this one is for Y. Then Oh, sorry. Then the second one would be on the X position. So this new reference, right, we apply to it the profile defect. Then since your product will be shifting and your pin position may offset, so we might need to have this function to check on the left and right and also up and down. That only to able to guide your profile defect to work correctly when you already set one segment detect on one pin. So basically that's it for the Bara tuning.